Hello and welcome to Sassy Scrapbooking. In this video, I'm going to take you step by step through my process of designing and creating this Happy Halloween pumpkin card. This card is a new addition to my recent series of super easy, super fast cards. So let's go ahead and get started. In my Cricut Design Space, I've already inserted all the images that I'm going to be using to create both the inside and the outside of this card. I will go ahead and list the image names, the image item numbers, and the cartridge, as well as the sizes that I'm going to be using for this video. Off camera, I've already cut my orange card using a sheet of 12 by 12 orange cardstock, which I cut to 6 by 12 and then scored it at 6 inches, folded in half to get my card base. I've also already cut 2 sheets of the black cardstock to measure 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I am showing you the black and the orange images for my cardstock on the screen so that you see how I work when I visualize what the card is going to end up looking like. With that said, now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate my black 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 square and set it aside. I'm also going to select the images that I'm going to be using on the inside of the card and set those aside for right now so that we can work on the front of the card. Selecting the black cardstock and the orange cardstock, I'm going to use the align feature and use the center selection to center the black over the orange. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my Happy Halloween image, and hopefully I placed this in the front. No, I did it in the back. So now I have to go to the arrange icon and select move to front. So my Happy Halloween image is on the front of the black image. Now I can take my pumpkin, and before I move it, let's move it to the front. And I can place it in the front and directly under the Happy Halloween image. This is what I want the front of my card to look like. So because I didn't do it to begin with, I'm going to duplicate the orange 6 by 6 image and selecting the orange and the black image, ensuring that the black image is in front of the orange image, which it's not, so we have to move to front again. Selecting the black and the orange image, use my align feature again and center them so that the black image is directly on top of the orange image. Then I'm going to take the black pumpkin that I set aside earlier and I'm going to change the color just because I know that the finished image that I'm going to be working with is orange. And one more time, I forgot to put it in the front, so let's use the arrange feature and move to front. And I can place my pumpkin directly over my black image for the inside of the card. Alright, now let's work on the boo image. Let's take the boo image and change colors. I want it to be about the color of my Happy Halloween. And then remember to go to the arrange icon and move to front. And then I can place it over my black image, and it is way too big, so I'm gonna resize it. And let's see, that looks like an okay size. No, I think I want to put the pumpkin on top and the boo underneath, and I'm gonna resize one more time. I think I want to make it almost edge to edge, and let's move it up a little bit and move the pumpkin. Let's resize it a little bit. I think I like this better. I bet you thought I was done, huh? I'm gonna make one more change to the jack-o'-lantern. So I've moved him aside and I'm gonna duplicate him, and I'm gonna bring him down here, just give me a little bit more room to work. Next, I'm going to my insert shapes and I'm gonna select a circle and I'm gonna resize it. I'm going to unlock the sizing lock and resize it. Let's stretch it out. What I'm trying to do is get the shape of his head under the stem. So, and this just takes a little bit of wiggling around and maneuvering. This is not perfect. I'm happy where the circle lays on the jack-o'-lantern now. But if I slice at this point, I'm going to be slicing a circle out of the jack-o'-lantern face. So I need to go back to Insert Shapes, and I'm going to select another circle, and I'm going to resize that one, and I'm going to place it on top of my oval shape. And what I'm going to do here is select both the oval shapes, and I'm going to weld them together so I have one odd shaped semi-weird circle, but it covers the whole bottom of the jack-o'-lantern. Then selecting the jack-o'-lantern as well as my circles, I'm going to use my slice feature. And nice image. I should really keep that, but I'm not going to use it. Anyway, I'm going to remove the other pieces of sliced feature. Look at that. And oh, I really should do something with these, but maybe another time. Let me get rid of what I'm not going to use. Now I'm going to take the stem and change the stem color to green. I'm going to take my jack-o'-lantern and I'm going to put him up on top of my black image, and then take the stem and place it on top of my jack-o'-lantern. Let me get rid of this jack-o'-lantern here because I'm not going to use him. And I think I want to resize the stem, so let me grab the stem and pull it out and pull a little bit. And now let's put it back on top of the jack-o'-lantern and see how it looks. Perfect. Before sending my images to the map preview screen to be cut, I want to look at my colors in the sync box portion of the software. I've got a lot of oranges and I've got a couple different greens. So what I want to do is sync all the colors up so that I'm using less mattes and the same colors. So I want to use all the same color green, all the same color oranges, and then all the same color golds. And you do that just by grabbing the color that you want to change and dragging it down to the color that you want it to change to. And you'll notice that all the items, all the images move down or up to the box, to the color that you want to change it to. Okay, so now let's go back to the layers box. I mentioned earlier that I had already cut my cardstock for the orange card base, and I'd also pre-cut the 2 pieces of black cardstock that I need for the face of the card as well as for inside of the card. So now I need to go to those images in the layers box and select the eye icon next to each color and click that so we can hide those images because I don't need to cut those. Now I can go ahead and send my images to the map preview screen, and in the map preview screen I can adjust the placement of the images and send the images to be cut. I've already assembled the jack-o'-lantern for the inside of the card and adhered the jack-o'-lantern and the boo images to the black cardstock. I've used some glossy accents on the black portion of the jack-o'-lantern just to give it a little bit more pop. I've also inked the edges of the inside black cardstock with gold. Now to assemble the face of the card. My pumpkin is already assembled. I did use some double-sided foam in between the leaf and the pumpkin so it does pop out a bit. And I also put my Happy Halloween phrase through my Xeron machine. And when you do that, you really want to make sure that you rub the back of the strip so that the adhesive adheres to the back of your image. Once that's done, you can peel the plastic off the front, and all the stickiness is left on the back of your image. What you do have to do though after that is clean the image up a bit. The tackiness that's picked up on the back of your image from the tacky strip is shiny, and I didn't want it to show through when I attached the image to the black cardstock. So I'm going through with one of the Cricut tools and just kind of pulling it away from the openings. It's not affecting the back of the image. The tackiness is still there. It's just that in between the letters, in the openings of the A, the P, the E, all those letters that have a hollow center, you can see a film showing through, and I didn't want that to show on the Halloween card. Now I can go ahead and adhere my Happy Halloween phrase to the black cardstock. I can also attach my pumpkin using some double-sided foam squares just to kind of lift it up a little bit more. Also, I'm going to ink the edges. I inked the edges of the black cardstock on the inside of the card, so I want to go ahead and ink the outside as well with the gold. I probably should have done that earlier, but I forgot, so now I'm having to make up for it. Now all that's left is to add some double-sided tape to the back of the black cardstock and adhere it to the orange card base, and I'm done. At this time, I'd like to take one more moment of your time and thank you for watching my video at Sassy Scrapbooking. Please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. I will continue to add new videos as my adventures with the Cricut Explorer continue. Bye for now.